My new book is called Marriage Material, and it's about a Sikh family, or 3 generations of a Sikh family growing up in a corner shop in the West Midlands. It's set between around 1950 and 2011, and at the heart of the book you've got 2 sisters, Surinder and Kamaljit. One of them is very adventurous and has an affair and elopes, and one of them is very conservative and decides to stay in the shop and has more or less an arranged marriage. It's told from the point of view of Arjun Banga, who is a 30-something graphic designer who lives in London, but who ends up having to run his family shop when his dad dies suddenly in 2011. The idea for the book came in part after I watched David Starkey talking on Newsnight during the riots of 2011, when he famously slightly lost his mind and said that the riots proved that Enoch Powell was right when he made his Rivers of Blood speech in 1968. People forget that Enoch Powell was a Wolverhampton MP, and the Rivers of Blood speech, people also seem to forget that that was in part about the Sikh community in Wolverhampton. And Wolverhampton was also heavily affected by the riots, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool to tell a story, a family story that linked that time in 1968 all the way to 2011. Another one of the inspirations for the book was me reading Arnold Bennett's The Old Wives' Tale, which is a book about 2 sisters growing up in the shop in the Potteries between 1908, actually not 1908, between around 1850 and 1906. And when I read it, it was just a very remarkable English novel. But I also found things about it that struck me as being very similar to the Punjabi community, the Punjabi community that I grew up in the 1960s and 70s and 80s. There's an obsession with hard work, and also the concern with marriages, and also the shop setting I had a great affinity to, because of course the corner shop in the 20th century is associated more or less with multiculturalism, and I like the idea of using that as a setting.